There we go. Hey, man.
Hey man, how you going?
Excellent. It's early. I got my coffee. I just washed my face. I'm ready.
What time's it over there?
Oh, well, now it's 10 o'clock in the morning, but you know, it's
Yeah.
not heavy metal hour. I sleep in late. When I'm off the tour, I sleep out late. So
No, I would too. No, thank you so much for being here, mate. It is an absolute pleasure. I cannot wait to finally talk about this tour. I've known this tour's been coming down for a week now, and
yeah.
it's hurt. It's hurt not to be able to talk about it, but it's out now. Social media is on fire. In Flames, Kreator, Clash of the Titans. This is huge news. How did this come together?
Uh, it's through agents, like they put us together. I mean, obviously we known each other for a long, long time, and we toured way back in, was it like a short European run? It was a bunch of bands in '97, I think. So we haven't
Wow.
toured together. We haven't toured together since. But for me personally, be on the same stage and touring with Kreator is huge because Mille, the singer of Kreator, is probably the reason why I sing the way I do, or at least the way I started to sing.
Yeah.
When I heard them back in '80, was it like '86 or '87? I was blown away. Like I heard Flag of Hate and I was like, what is this? And it was awesome. So it has a huge impact on the young version of me, getting into this scene and want to play and be part of a band and not just go to shows, actually play shows and play in a band. So it's big.
Yeah. Well, now that you sit back, you've been doing In Flames for what? Be getting close to 30 years, if not 30 years now, correct?
Yeah, I feel like it's almost
Yeah.
100, but yeah, yeah, true.
Going back and thinking about it now, you as a young kid just kind of listening to that, and it's like, oh, this is the reason I want to be in a band. And now it's kind of like he's your peer almost. Is that kind of when you reflect on your younger self, if you could tell your younger self, oh, that band you love, you guys are going to be peers one day, would you kind of go, nah, that's not going to happen?
uh at that time in your life you don't think it's ever going to happen, but what it shows me that you should never give up on your dreams.
Mm,
Everyone out there should just go and follow their dreams. It could really happen. And it's, for me, it's, in a way, it's hard to relate to that, like that feeling now, because I'm so in this bubble, but I try to, especially after the pandemic, I try to be more, like, everything is so important now to me. Like every time I go on stage, every moment I share with a fan, or like, yeah, it has a more meaning because I know it can just be taken away from you.
yeah.
So I will definitely enjoy this, and it is a dream lineup for me. And what I think is important too is, like, I mean, the more fucking amazing bands you have on a bill, the better it is for everyone. Because it's a good night for everyone. You're supposed, this world is a crazy place, and you're supposed to go there and have a good time, and forget about what's going on. And the more of these awesome bands we can have, the more fun the fans and us will have together. Because it's about sharing the experience. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. And that's probably why the social media in Australia has blown up so big because don't get us wrong, you're no stranger to Australia. In fact, you were here for Knotfest earlier in the year, but I don't
Yeah,
believe you were here since 2016. I might be wrong on that. But seeing two huge European bands come down together is actually just not heard of here. So this tour is just something that fans are just going absolutely wild for. And you're touring for the last album as well, which is blown up. Everyone calls it your best work in years. And I kind of want to mention, because you touched on the pandemic, did having that break, reassessing and everything to write the album, did that kind of help this shape the way it was? Also,
yeah,
the addition of Chris.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, uh, two things, or more than two. I mean, all the members that we have definitely brings in a new energy into the band, and it's amazing. They are amazing as people. We spend so much time off stage than on
Mm.
stage that it has to be a good energy, a good vibe, and that will help us to also create new music that has that vibe.
Yeah.
It's still Björn and I that write and arrange the music and stuff like that, but the guys are extremely important and they play so well, and I don't think we ever sounded better live than what we do right now. And it's nothing against anyone who has ever been in the band. It's just, that's just the way it is. And these guys are phenomenal at their, at their instruments. And don't forget Liam, who joined us this summer. He's an amazing bass player as well, and a great person. It took him like an hour to get into the camp, and now he feels like he's been here for a long, long time. So it's awesome. But yeah, going back to the pandemic, that definitely fueled whatever came out on this album for sure. Because I was not with my friends, my crew, our fans for 2-3 years, whatever it was. And I've been a touring musician or been in part of this band for my whole grown-up life, basically. Yeah. And so it was crazy not to be in that world. So a lot of frustration and anger, and obviously the situation of the world fueled this album, and that's why it came out the way it did. It's not like I'm happy for the pandemic, because it was a tough time for a lot of people, but it did bring a good thing back to the band, where you could for the first time take a step back and see what was important, and I feel we have a new energy. I feel there's a before and after pandemic type of In Flames in a way, and now, as I said, every show, every meeting with a fan, every time we write a song, those are like, I really cherish those moments, more than ever.
And it's making the best out of a bad situation. It's all well and good to say, like, yes, we were able to reset, we were revitalized during the pandemic, but the fact that, you could sit there and dwell on it and, and just not want to go out again after, the fact that you did so in the way you did it and come back so strong. One thing I want to touch on the Forgone album as well, almost every song feels like it could have been a single. How hard is it to kind of put these songs into the set list? Because you could play almost anything off that and I think people would be happy.
Well, someone will leave unhappy because you don't play their favorite song. Because that's the thing, that's the balance, of putting a set list together. We want to show everything that's In Flames, and we've had a long career. We have 14 albums out, and I want to play, stuff from the beginning, the mid-era, and the more later era as well. And it's easier, of course, when we play a longer set list, or have a longer stage time than that we do now than we did when we were doing the Knotfest thing. So now we can show a little bit more of who we are. I feel any of the songs could be there, but it also has to be it has to be a nice flow of the set list. Like I want every song to kind of, there should be a wave coming and moments and energy. It can't be all fast, it can't be all slow. It has to have a certain balance and energy. So it's always fun to put a set list together and show the other boys, what we're gonna do.
Yeah, well, the set list is exactly like a roller coaster, because you've got to have your ups, your downs, your peaks, where you're traveling up and then go right into it. And you're 100% right. And I felt that at Knotfest as well. But the thing at Knotfest is 45-minute slot. It really made me want me craving more. And I thought, I just want to see more. And now fans will actually get to see a longer In Flames set. Have you already kind of thought about what you're going to play on this set?
I mean, I have ideas. It's we're going to go to South America now in a week, and then we go up to North America to join Meshuggah and Whitechapel. So we're going to maybe test the waters with some songs and base the set list around that, and maybe bring a few more oldies and or new ones. We'll see. But it will be a good mix for sure. I mean, if you like In Flames, or even if you're new to In Flames, I think you will have a good time.
I'm very excited for it. I'm that generation that discovered you guys actually through Guitar Hero. How was that? And I know this is a bit of a throwback. How was that kind of like? Guitar Hero was a phenomenon for, I want to say, 6-7 years. It was just a beautiful thing. It showed so much new music to people, kind of before streaming services were around. I'll take you back a bit, because I'm just curious on how was that, because when it was Take This Life, and I remember the song being extremely difficult to play on Guitar Hero as well. How'd you feel the blow up from that?
It wasn't for me at all. I think drummers were best at guitar because it was so much tempo and stuff like that. So I remember going to places and Björn and Jesper at that point got handed that plastic guitar, and everybody thought just because you're a guitar player you should just get like highest score, whatever. But it was always Daniel, the drummer, who was the best one. But it was cool. I mean, I'm grateful for getting that opportunity, because we got out to a lot of people like yourselves, and you know, the gaming community, and it was a cool thing, you know. It was definitely huge for a couple of years.
It's strange how much the metal community and the video game community kind of go hand in hand like that. I've never been able to solve that riddle myself. It just kind of seems, big gamer, you tend to like metal music. It's good though, and it's good.
Yeah, we meet a lot of fans when we out touring and talk to them, and it's all, we kind of go into the talking about you know, computer games. So it's huge.
Yeah. What about yourself? Are you a gamer yourself, or?
Yeah, I do. I got me a nice computer, and that's, you know, I have to kill the hours when we're out touring, so I bring that. It's close to my heart, that and the music, and so I do play.
Yeah,
quite a bit.
You got to keep yourself entertained. Like being a musician like yourself who travels so far.
Yeah,
those flights aren't fun. You got to keep yourself entertained.
No. I mean, you play for 1.5 hours, and then the rest you have to, you know, do something else.
Coming back to Australia, like, I think this is the quickest turnaround you've gone from playing here to coming back. Any fond memories of playing Australia? Or did you just miss us so much you felt the need to come back straight away?
Well, now this opportunity happened, we were ready. We always said, like, going there, we want to come back. We don't want to wait that long, because yes, we love to be there, and I feel our fans want more, you know. But you guys so fucking far away. That's a little bit off the, you know, the path of the normal touring. But we're really happy now. We got the chance, and we were definitely had to jump on it, you know. It's great too. I mean, now it's started to get, like, it's rainy and cold, and in February when we're there, it's raining and oh no, even snowing here. So it's good to come to, you know, to some warm, nice weather, and escape this. I don't have to take care of my car every morning and shit like that. So yeah.
It's almost like a summer vacation in the middle of winter for you. So it's not a bad thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, it's still, this is what I do. This is my job, but I'm so grateful I can do it. So it's not vacation, but you know, yeah, it could be worse, you know.
Yeah, you get to see sights, maybe see a kangaroo, get to go to the zoo and hold a koala, something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, or go out, buy vinyl records. That's more where I, you know, lean towards. But yeah.
And we've got a good vinyl shop in Sydney as well. I've got to say, big fan. I don't know if you've been to Utopia Records yourself, but I have. I do.
Yeah. I think last time we were there, I went 2 or 3 times. So yeah.
Brilliant shop, brilliant guys as well. Yeah. But this is one thing I've been asked by so many people as well, and it's come up in other interviews too, is do you find the Australian fan base is a bit different because you guys are so far away when you come to tour here? And I'm not saying that fans that get to see you guys are a bit more, you know, kind of numb to it, but do you feel, because it is rare for Australians to get these big tours, or a European band like In Flames and Kreator to come together, do you feel a bit more energy or a bit more rabidness from the crowd?
Yeah, I think so, because it doesn't happen that often, so people really feel that, you know. But I feel the world is smaller now with the internet, and everybody, you know, the circle pit looked the same. like back in the 90s, you know, not every country, but every continent at least had their thing, and then they were moving around in certain ways, and now it's more streamlined. But definitely you feel like I would like people to come to this. I mean, obviously I want people to come to all the shows, but whatever. But like this, what we're doing now will not happen that often, you know. I feel this is an opportunity, and I think, and I feel fans feel that too, you know. It's a special one, and who knows. I mean, I love to come back several times during a cycle, for sure. But maybe this is the last one on the Forgone cycle, you know, until the next album or whatever we do, and who knows when that's going to happen. So yeah,
that's a big thing too for people who are a big fan of like Forgone. Everyone I've talked to loves it, my brother especially. But it's one of those things. It's kind of like, cool, if you like this album, go out and see the band when they're in tour for that album, because you're going to get 3-4 songs maybe live. Maybe next time they come out, you're only going to get one. So it is important for people to remember, you tour to promote the album. So if you enjoy the album, go out and see that tour, because you might not get as many songs next time.
Yeah, definitely. And the live experience is special. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, I can listen to all this music back home, but see the people, meet your friends in the crowd, and have this energy between yourself and the band, or if you're in the band and the fans. There's something special about that moment, you know, that you can't have on your couch with a beer in your pajamas, you know, listening to your favorite album. It's not there, you know. And go support your bands and go out and yeah, have a good time. I mean, there's so much going on in the world, and you need to, you know, re-energize, and you need to feel that, you know, and yeah, so you can tackle whatever's going on in your personal life or around you. So I think live music is more important than ever.
It is, because it's an escape. We all work, you know, hard jobs that, you know, not everyone likes going to work. And be able to go to a gig on a weekend or a night, hell, even if it's a school night, Tuesday night, go see one of your favorite bands ever live. You'll be talking about that for months. And that is well worth the price of any ticket you're going to do. But I'm going to bring up something a little bit controversial now, because you did mention it. How do you feel, because you've been touring for such a long time, seeing all these mobile phones out the whole show? Is that bother you at all, or do you just kind of think that's just life now?
Well, yes. I mean, for me personally, being on stage, I'm not bothered anymore. It's up to you. If you want to, if you're, sorry to say, but if you're that stupid to go to live show and then you watch your little screen instead of experience what's going on, I feel that's a missed opportunity. But who am I to judge? You know, like, you do whatever you want. It's your money, it's your experience, it's your, and I can't change that. But you know, I wish people put the phones in their pockets, and then, because the sound will not be as, when they look back at this, you know, it will be a shitty sound on your phone, or you watch something on YouTube, or you upload, like whatever you do. And then you were in that room and you could have had that experience, which is way greater than watch your little screen. But people can do whatever they want. I will never lock up their phones and say anything. You know, once in a while I say stuff on stage where I go like, just, you know, put that phone in your pocket and go into the circle pit, you know. But I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just a recommendation. It is what it is, and you can't change people. It's the way we live now. I mean, my kids are on the phone constantly watching that, whatever they do, they're just like consuming. So I don't know.
It's funny that you mentioned the mention every now and then you'll say something funny to a fan that's on their phone, because I remember you actually doing it at Knotfest, and literally 10 minutes before you called, a friend of mine was like, oh yeah, Anders was the one who told me to put my phone away at Knotfest, because he asked what I was doing, and he goes, oh, I'm texting my wife, and you said, oh, I'll see your wife later, I'll tell her. And I thought that was the best, and that's what you get for having your phone out. It's almost like being at a comedy show and heckling. That's what you get. But before I let you go, and it's been absolutely brilliant to have you here tonight, mate, and I've been a fan for so many years, or at least when Guitar Hero 3 came out, which is 2005, so we're getting close to 20 years now.
Oh yeah.
Huge tour. Is there anything you kind of want to say to the people before you go tonight, and to be hyped up for this tour coming up?
Just come, have a good time, you know. Bring your mom, your dad, your friends, whatever, and let's have a good time. You know, I can't wait to get down there, get back down to Australia. We love it, and yeah, come to the show.
We're looking forward to having you here. I'm glad you can take a short break from your winter home life to enjoy some warm sun.
I'm happy. I'm happy to leave. So it's all good.
Thank you so much, mate. Tickets go on sale this week. You better grab them, because this is really a once in a lifetime opportunity down here. So you grab your tickets, and we'll see you in February.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.